Thank you. So I'll just make a few comments on these motions overall. I want to thank Councillor Block for bringing them forward and for trying to find appropriate and next steps in response to a tragic situation in our community. And knowing that there's no way to get the perfect resolutions on the floor in a responsive way, but I think collectively with conversations with the administration did an excellent job. And I want to thank everybody who spoke today, the 70-some people who wrote letters, and everybody who's shown up to rides to recognize the life of Natasha Fox and the tragic way that it ended, and also the importance of standing together as a community of folks who choose to ride bikes for really great reasons, and also in support of the future of our community, because it doesn't happen by mistake that it's safe to cycle in a community. It really requires effort. I know one of the folks who is here in Chambers today is a close friend of Natasha Fox's and has a young child, and said to me that she's not sure when she'll ever feel safe going out on her bike with her kid. And she's not sure if she'll ever feel safe allowing her kid to ride a bike near a road in our community, because she does not feel confident that we are committed to that safety. And you'll hear the emotion in my voice when I share those stories, because this morning when I left my house, my partner said to me, ride safe, because every one of us who chooses to ride a bike in this city has people who worry about us every day and who call us the moment they see a news release saying that there was an incident between somebody riding a bike and somebody in a car. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to be treated differently. It means that we need to be accommodating everybody on our roads. And I'm extraordinarily proud of our active transportation plan, and I'm extraordinarily proud of every step we take in the direction of implementing it. And those steps are not easy. And Mr. Magus and the Transportation Department have built a team of folks who know how to do this work completely differently than they did 10 years ago when the conversation around Wiggins was first raised. The plan for that street at that time was not going to be excellent, but we know how to do excellent now, and council is the only body who can show leadership in this city to say it's time to do it now and it's time to do it correctly. And I have full faith in our administration that they know how to do that, because they have taken the professional responsibility to learn how to do it and to share with us what those strategies need to be. So our active transportation plan is a good one, and it will get us most of the way there. But what we've heard from our community is that those chronic lines, those lines that need to crisscross around our city, are one huge part of the puzzle. But in the meantime, there are points of conflict around the city that are the current places where people are unsafe, and that it's time to, in addition to drawing those lines and putting them on the road, it's time to create strategies and take up the strategies that we know exist and are in our AT plan and have been tried by other cities and are proven to work to address those acute spots. So I have zero hesitation starting with Wiggins and College. Do I know that it's the worst of the pressure points? No, I absolutely don't. And in fact, we don't have any data that would answer that question. We have collision data from SGI that is very basic. We do not have observational data at every of those intersections to find out how many near misses there were. Those don't get reported. In fact, lots of the incidents don't even get reported. So it doesn't matter what that data says right now. What matters is that we respond to this tragedy appropriately, and that we take up the call from our community to take seriously the acute problems that currently exist with known, proven, and already laid out tools. That's what we're being asked to do. Starting with Wiggins and College is just as good a place to start as any, and is the appropriate place to start today. So I'm in full support of these motions. I think we need to use these tools aggressively, urgently, liberally, and I don't think they are in conflict with anything we've already directed. It's simply to say that as we're addressing our chronic health, we need to take some moments to do some acute work as well. So I'm ready to do that today, and I sincerely hope that my colleagues are ready to show the leadership necessary to do that together.